Welcome to the Boxing Locker. I am Matt Goddard, former professional boxer, now boxing coach, and this is another video in my Boxing 101 series. Today, I'm going to be taking you through the last two punches of the 6 basic punches in boxing, and those are your uppercuts. In the other videos, I've done one hand and then the other hand in different videos, but this time round, I'm going to be doing both uppercuts in the same video. You'll kind of see as we go along why they're fairly self-explanatory uppercuts, and they don't require a lot of difference between the two shots. So, key things to remember when I throw an uppercut is that the rotation of my body doesn't change. Just because the punch is coming from below someone doesn't mean I have to drive upwards with every one that I throw. That's a situational decision, and the whole obsession with Mike Tyson and the way Mike Tyson punches has forced people on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all these places to think that every time you throw an uppercut you've got to be going and lifting up with it. What happens if you lift up with every uppercut you throw is you set yourself up to be sparked out with a beautiful short hook. A David Tua left hook would do the job, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Okay, so the thing with the uppercut is it needs to be as invisible as possible to really hit the target. It's hard to land uppercuts if they aren't essentially fast, short, and driven through the body rather than a big dramatic arm movement. Okay, so fundamental technique of the rear uppercut, lead uppercut, rear uppercut. Okay, so my body rotation is exactly the same as always. Foot, hip, shoulder. My hand starts from the chin, rotates at the wrist, drops below chin height, not to hip height, just below chin height, and then lifts up, okay? What I don't want to do is swing that big dramatic uppercut to finish way up high. What I'm trying to do is hit into the chin. Nobody will ever get knocked out with an uppercut that hits them directly under the chin, right? You just won't see it. Or, okay, that's probably a bit extreme. There may be a few examples of it happening. However, most of the time what follows an uppercut is a hook. And that's generally the punch that does the most damage, right? Uppercuts generally only knock people out if they land against the chin or against the temple, the side of the head, when somebody's head's at a funny angle. It's very rare that a direct uppercut will knock somebody out. It just sets them up for other punches, right? So I'm in my boxing stance. I throw the uppercut, elbow beneath fist, wrist arced in, palm facing towards my face. Straight from there, left uppercut. Exactly the same thing. It drops and drives up through the rotation of my body. I come again, I come again, I come again, I come again, all the time. Making sure that all the punches are on that dead straight line. Say I'm in here with my opponent, head to head. I don't want to give that uppercut away. Boom, 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 boom. I don't want to be doing a big looping, sweeping shot that is easily read, it's telegraphed. Drop my hand, open myself up. I want to make it nice and short, so that it throws straight between the guard and my opponent doesn't have time to predict it, to see it, to react to it. After that, I can throw follow-up shots or I can throw the uppercut again, okay? Lead uppercut to start is a slightly shorter punch, so I don't need to pivot my foot to load that left shoulder. What I just want to do is get that little kick of the hip and the shoulder to here, then drive the shot upwards, okay? So I kick to here, drive the shot up. See that hand doesn't drop too low, comes in here, lifts up under the chin, then I can follow it up with more punches, right? So my boxing stance, little kick of the hip, drive upwards. Little kick of the hip, drive upwards. So, Southpaw is exactly the same premise. As always, we're just reversing everything. Back foot pivots, hand drops below, drives up, palm faces towards me, chin tucked into the shoulder, back in for that right uppercut, left uppercut, right uppercut. Don't drop the hands too low, don't loop it too much. Try and keep it nice and efficient, less energy wasted, right? Uppercuts are ultra effective in close. At range, you can mix them up and have fun. Bolo uppercuts, nice long swinging ones, screw shots. But you have to be confident, competent, and capable of performing a regular uppercut at any range prior to trying to do all of those kind of crazy variations that you see people having all sorts of success with, right? Remember, get your fundamentals locked in, get your foundations built before you try and build on them floors above it. Otherwise, you're just going to get blown away in the first round of any fight you have. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's another video done in my Boxing 101 series. There's only a few left. Stick with me, there's more to come, and I'm going to go through a whole host of other subjects in more series that I make for YouTube. So please do subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you for the next video.